What are the things that replenish you? What are the things that renew your soul? What are the things that help restore you? And how are they related to your mental health? Sharon, as her therapist, how does it relate to your physical health, right? So your nutrition, your exercise, your sleep.
And getting out, right? I make opportunities to get out.
Yes.
Like sometimes it's impromptu and it's spontaneous, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm taking my daughter to go see this shop. We have like a little set of Black woman-owned shops that we go visit, and we go visit them all. Okay, let's go say hi to what you call. Let's go say hi to this one. We have a little small business in our area that this little couple from Albania, we always go visit. They make time for us, and we'll sit and we'll just have cappuccino and hot chocolate, and we just sit and chill. We make time for intentional, just that moment to reset and go, I'm not going to let this break me. What's your purpose, Sharon? Your purpose is to be that good wife, that good mother, that good friend, that good example, that good woman that's going to be out there making sure that other women can thrive. That one that's got all the business owners back, so they call me, they text me, this and the other. I'm walking in my purpose.
Yes, you are.
And I'm at the point where I am tired of people telling me I can't, I won't, I shouldn't. When I know I can.
When you know you can. It's almost like you're not allowing people anymore to put you in a box, to dim your light. And sometimes for us to do that, it takes a transition out of one place to another. And it's a hard transition because you're like, now how am I going to shine my light brighter here? And I'm no longer in my 24-year corporate job. Because God is, behold, what's the Bible say? I think it's Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not sense it? You don't sense that I'm doing a new thing? Now you have rebranded, building your own business. You don't have to be in any corporate box.
And I turned these weeks and weeks of daily journaling meditation into a book.
Look at this.
Into a journaling book called The Ultimate Resilience Reset.
Woo, yes.
And in that, I'm going to be doing a podcast.
Welcome to Talk the Wellness Tea with Dr. Chalice. Y'all, I am so excited about our episode today. It is called The Resilience Reset. God ordered my steps, a testimony of triumph with Sharon Manker. Sharon, welcome to Talk the Wellness Tea with Dr. Chalice.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Chalice. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's a pleasure to, talk about this journey that I'm still on.
Yes, Sharon. Tell us about your journey. Why don't you start with telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Sharon Manker. I am wife, mother, pug mom. I'm an author of West Philly Grits, which is a self-care journaling exercise guide that I did over the pandemic. And then last year I published Lily from West Philly.
Lily from West Philly, y'all.
A motivational story for kids. And I didn't want it to be just like an average book. As a mom, I actually got frustrated because an educator told me that books are outdated technology. And that stung.
Yes.
It stung hard because my daughter was in middle school and that's what he was telling the kids. And so I decided to make this book. It has a story.
Yes.
It has affirmations and a bucket list planner at the end.
Oh, I love that.
So it's a 3-part, small 6x9 book, but it is powerful in how it has been touching kids' lives.
Oh, I love
And so that was my book journey. And then I have 2 more that are on the queue to be queued up next.
Yeah, so small but mighty. Lily from West Philly.
Yes.
And what's the name of your other book?
West Philly Grit.
West Philly Grit is the other book, y'all. Y'all better go ahead and get it. Where can our listeners purchase that?
Right now, as of today, you can get them all on Amazon.
Nice.
But as of next week, you can get them all off of SharonManker.com.
Yes.
I created my own bookstore, and it will be on the website, and you can get an autographed copy from my website.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Congratulations, Sharon.
Thank you.
Well, we kind of just got right into it, but about your books and everything. But listen, I want you to tell us a bit about what resilience means to you personally and how has your understanding of it evolved through your life experiences.
Ooh. So this is where it gets tough.
Yes.
So I said I'm a wife, I'm a mother,
yes.
I'm an author. But in my corporate day-to-day, I have been a supply chain professional.
Okay.
A supplier diversity advocate for small and diverse businesses.
Yes.
For over the last 24 years.
Wow.
And the last 10 just focused on diversity, working with women, veteran, minority, and LGBTQ businesses.
Yes.
Elevating them, getting them equitable opportunities to bid,
Ooh.
Trying to make sure that they have all of the information they need to be able to build relationships
yes.
with corporations, not only locally, but nationally and abroad. And that has been my passion.
Wow. You have been doing some important work over the last 24 years, and especially these last 10.
Yeah.
Right? In the space of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging.
Yes.
Wow, that is amazing. So how have you found that has come under attack with the attack on DEI?
Whew. I'm going to try to do this without getting emotional.
And if you do, it's okay, because it is okay to have our emotions and experience all of our emotions.
It has been an attack professionally, spiritually, and personally.
Yeah.
It has been to see people who were surface level had my back.
Yes.
To boldly a reverse of the situation.
Wow.
To boldly microaggressions.
Yes.
Anger. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like the perky cheerleader girl. Don't do that to me.
Right.
Like, this ain't that.
Yes, exactly.
And if you don't want to proceed, you don't want to go on, just let me know. And for me, I internalize stress.
Yes.
There's a book that I read years ago that called Your Body Keeps Account.
Your body keeps the score.
Yes.
Yes.
And
your body does.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Over the last few weeks, it almost killed me. It literally had me to the point where my heart was racing.
Oh my goodness.
I was medicated when I was taking nothing besides my Costco vitamins.
Yes.
To some stronger medications, doctor's appointments, all these scares. It was a long stretch. So when I say my resilience reset is in high strung, going in another direction and starting a new season, it's because every time a new executive order comes out or something else happens,
yes.
the people around me change.
Wow.
And people who I thought were like, oh, we were on board, we were cool.
Yeah.
No.
When those executive orders hit, you started to see people's true colors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even if they weren't, some were very bold about it. Some were still kind of hiding it, right? Still being covert about it.
Yes.
But then as they became more and more prevalent, it was like, okay, well, they're not interested in this type of work.
Yes.
Or they would say some very, I would consider microaggressions.
Yes.
And then I would have to try to, okay, how can I change to do that? That's my whole thing. I'm a Sag. So I'm naturally optimistic. Like, how can I change this? What can I say? What do I need to learn to be able to help fix this situation?
Right.
And when it got to the point, I've exhausted every single tool in my toolbox.
Yes.
I have called and spoken to mentors from all walks of life,
Yes.
from all faiths, from all sexes,
Yes.
from all determinations. And I'm like, there's nothing more I can do.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I just took a mental health leave. And
yes,
my doctor made me. So
good for your doctor.
Good for my doctor. And not my therapist, my doctor
Yes.
made me like, this is going to kill you.
Because our mental health, our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors, our physical health, exercise, nutrition, and diet, our spiritual health, our personal relationship with God or our higher power, that's our holistic well-being.
Yes.
So when our mental health is impacted, it's impacting our physical health and our spiritual health in some way.
Yes.
So really, to live optimally, really catering to your thoughts, your feelings and behaviors, your mental health, paying attention to your nutrition, your exercise, your sleep. The average adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and then your personal relationship with God.
Nurturing yourself. So what I found and what my husband started to notice is I would cook. I'm an avid, I like to cook.
Okay.
I cook well.
Go ahead.
And so my food vlog is Mom Chef Sharon on Instagram. And that's just I do for fun. But
Mom Chef Sharon, y'all on Instagram.
Yes. But the thing is, I noticed I was cooking for the family and then I wouldn't sit down and eat.
Yeah.
I was so drained by my day, drained by the medicines that they were giving me to counteract my day.
Yes.
That I would literally just pass out and go to sleep. I have no time to watch my cartoons with my daughter or watch a movie with my son or talk to my husband about Star Trek and crack jokes. I couldn't do my fun things.
Yes.
And I needed my fun things back.
Yes.
I felt like I was losing myself.
Yeah.
And so nurturing that, the mental wellness as well as the physical wellness became my top priority. It became, okay, Lord, I trust you. What do you have for me to do next? I don't know what's going to happen next.
Yes.
I don't know how these tuitions are going to get paid. But one day I sat there and I was just literally in tears, and my husband said, you got to do something.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep this up.
Yes.
And so I followed his instruction, my doctor's instruction, my therapist's instruction.
Yes.
They like,
therapist,
you know what? Stay away from toxic people, places, and things.
Okay.
And so I avoid them like the plague.
Yes.
Everything. I nurture myself by, I will block things that do not cause me peace.
Yes. Yes.
I won't watch things that take away my peace.
Yeah.
I nurture my inner child by sometimes watching old cartoons because that's what's fun to me.
Yes.
That's what's fun to me. And I think I've rewatched Star Trek and Star Trek and Star Wars like multiple times.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
That's your thing.
And
that's the point, Sharon. Yeah. You have to know what's your thing. What are the things that replenish you? What are the things that renew your soul? What are the things that help restore you? And how are they related to your mental health? Sharon has her therapist. How does it relate to your physical health, right? So your nutrition, your exercise, your sleep.
And getting out, right? I make opportunities to get out.
Yes.
Like sometimes it's impromptu and it's spontaneous, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm taking my daughter to go see this shop. We have like a little set of Black woman-owned shops that we go visit, nice. And we go visit them all. Okay, let's go say hi to Let's go say hi to this one. We have a little small business in our area that this little couple from Albania, we always go visit. They make time for us, and we'll sit and we'll just have cappuccino and hot chocolate, and we just sit and chill. We make time for intentional, just that moment. To reset and go, I'm not going to let this break me. I can't let this. They have bent me to the furthest extreme.
Yes.
And although I had hip replacement, so I probably should be a little more bendy, I ain't bending no more.
Okay.
Because I was at the point where I think I was broken.
Oh.
And I needed to just let go.
Yes.
When they say let go and let God, I'm really walking that faith right now.
I see. And as you were talking, I heard the word surrender. So you surrendered.
Yes. I surrendered. I thought about growing up in the old Baptist church.
Yeah.
And that song, I surrender all.
I surrender all
to thee.
Yes.
I surrender. And it didn't hit home like it hit right now.
Yeah.
It didn't hit home like it hit in the last few weeks. It was like, okay, you know what you want to do.
Yes.
But God's like, I got a plan for you.
Yes.
And when I tell you, when I got that delivered, some bad news from that same employer, I was like, wow, okay, this was not good timing.
Yes.
Because I was on my way to another appointment, still thinking I'm going to have to go back to this, but learning how to adjust, right? Because once you're in these type of situations where you're out trying to protect your mental health, all the therapy is geared to how can we protect you so that you can go back.
Exactly.
So when that was taken off the table, it was like, okay, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
What's next? And I think I shared with you that happened on a Monday morning.
On a Monday morning.
And then on a Tuesday morning, because as God would have it,
ooh,
a Black woman-owned business,
yes,
named Michelle Snow, throws these wake up winning breakfast sessions, like wake up winning. And I was like, I need that good energy.
Yes.
And my therapist said, you got to get out the house.
Right.
Don't be in the house that day.
Yes.
Don't stay in the house that morning. Don't sulk. Don't think about it. Don't journal about it yet.
Right.
Get out the house. And I reached out to shout out to that business owner.
Yes.
I reached out to her at Old Dark 30 and said, can I buy a ticket? I know I see it online. It's sold out.
Yes.
And she let me buy a ticket.
Oh, amazing.
And so I knew that was God's grace.
Mm-hmm.
Because that morning I dropped my daughter off at school and I sat out there in the parking lot of that event before it opened because it was early.
Right.
I dropped her off super early. And I just sat there and I watched people go in and I was like, I still don't know if I could be around people yet, but I got to do it.
Yes.
And I walked in and I was ushered over to the table where there was the president of NABO, Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm sitting there with a whole bunch of NABO business owners, some of which I had helped at the corporate level when I was in supply chain get national contracts. And the speaker says, we're going to allow 2 businesses to pitch their business idea for the TEDx organizer to do a TED Talk.
Yes.
And resoundingly, all of them at the same time said, Sharon. And I got up. Now, mind you, I had been crying all night long because I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
It was also the anniversary of my grandmother's death.
Oh.
So it was a trying day. And ironically, that whole time while I was out, I took all those journal notes because I'm a busybody, and I wrote a book.
Turning pain into purpose.
And so I gave my pitch on a book that isn't published yet.
Yes. Yes.
And at the end of that 2-minute speech, the TEDx organizer, he said, that was powerful. You captivated this room.
Wow.
He said, I'm going to do something for you. I said, what? He said, I'm going to train you for your TEDx talk that we're going to have for next year.
Amen.
And he said, sent somebody, he said, go get me a bag. I said, what is going on? And they went and got him one of those disposable bags, they give out at conferences.
Yes.
And he said, I'm going to take off my book bag. And he took off his branded TEDx speaker book bag, took everything out of it, and handed it to me and said, I want you to have this because I want you to know that I believe in what you said and I believe in what you're talking about.
Wow.
So wholeheartedly that I want you on that stage. So when I tell you that God is walking with me every step of the way.
Every step. Oh, Sharon, he put people, and look at how blessings, the seeds that you sow.
Yes.
You never know when that harvest is coming. Sometimes we know, because like as a gardener, we know if we plant, I'm a gardener. So if we plant seeds in the fall for something to bloom in the spring, we would expect it to bloom in the spring.
Yep.
Sometimes just in being us, being authentically who we are, doing our work, whatever the work God set before us, you're blessing others. Now, 4 or 5 people that you helped corporately happened to be at this event. And when they called for people to pitch their businesses, and I know everybody, mostly everybody there wanted to pitch their business. And for that loud crowd to say, Sharon, and then for God to place the man for the TEDx, who had the TEDx connection there, to say that he wants to personally train you.
He is one of the world's most prolific speakers and has the longest running TEDx talk, views, and he will be training me.
What is his name?
His name is Dr. Dan Young.
Dr. Dan Young.
Dr. Dan Young. I will start my training with TEDx Wilmington in May. I have the dates. He's already reached out. They've already booked things. I was like, okay.
Congratulations, Sharon. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you because, see, this was a pivot. And you were, when you say God ordered your steps, you saw the event advertised. You said it sold out, but you still reached out by faith and said, let me just see if they have an extra ticket.
I told her, to be honest, I said, I can't be alone tomorrow morning. My husband's at work. I know it's going to be around one. I got to drop the kids off at school. I can't be alone tomorrow morning.
Yes.
I need to be in good energy, and I really do want to support you. That's all I said.
Yes.
Because it was so close to my house, and I'm like, literally, it's like 13 minutes. I would have felt bad watching cartoons, and it's going on, right?
Exactly.
But I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I'm glad I took that step, and it feels like a blessing in the making.
Yes.
Because I didn't know what was going to happen next. And so from then on, I started to rebrand my business. I'm like, well, no more corporate. So what do I do next?
Yes.
Right? This is the first time in my 24 years of working in corporate America that I'm not going to be in corporate America. And I didn't know how that was going to play out. But as God would have it, every time I have a doubt, there comes another blessing.
Oh.
Every time. Every time in the last 2 weeks, God has said, you have been faithful. And now I'm showing you.
Yes.
And those same people that wanted me to doubt myself, or doubt my abilities, or doubt this, that, and the other, God knows best. And I see that because I got an award that's coming. It'll be announced on April 29th.
Woo!
But when the trophy came yesterday, look at God.
Look at God.
And I opened it and I was like, holy smokes, that's not what I was expecting.
Right.
So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my mentors.
Yes.
I'm grateful for my personal advisory board of folks.
Yes.
My Melinda Emerson.
Oh,
love her to death. Okay. Who was also one of my prayer warriors.
Yes.
You know, women who have sown into me, who have just called me. Maria Frizzell Roberts from MFR. They traveling and all of a sudden I'm about to get on the plane, but I thought I needed to call you.
Yes.
My friends that called from Texas, like, we haven't seen you post on social media. What's going on? How can I help?
Oh.
And what's so crazy is I didn't tell anybody I was out. Besides my husband,
Yes.
my 2 best friends. That's it.
Wow.
I didn't even tell people in my family.
Wow. And God was sending these people to encourage you along the way.
It was crazy because people noticed either I wasn't at any events that were supporting small and diverse businesses. I wasn't posting anything.
Yeah.
You know, I usually post some inspirational stuff about, you know, women empowerment and about small business and diverse business resources. And they noticed that. So the fact that people in other states, yes. I was like, what is going on? I'm getting calls from Florida. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know you liked me.
Yes. Okay. They missed your post. They missed your energy.
I was like, wait, and I'm getting messages. I had to learn about the DMs on Instagram. First of all, I didn't realize I had DMs because I don't check them. Right. And they were like, I DM'd you weeks ago because I didn't see. I'm like, it's another thing I learned while I was out. I didn't realize it. It's probably been there forever. Apparently, there's all these sections. But I say that to say you never know where your influence is, and you never know who's watching.
That part. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching your character over the years.
Yes.
You never know who's watching your work ethic over the years and seeing how determined you are, how you do things in excellence, how what you're doing is furthering other people. All of those seeds that you sown coming back into a harvest in all of these different avenues that you could have never imagined.
Didn't even know. I'm just doing it because I figured I have to be the version of myself that my kids will be proud of.
Yes.
So when I post anything, whether it's business or something that's related, I say, will my kids be proud of that? They're probably embarrassed, but will they be proud?
Yes. I love that.
You know, but will they be proud? And will it be an example that can be set? Right. And so I don't think about, oh, I'm going to make I ain't going to make no money.
Right.
I don't have millions of people. I'm not going viral.
Yeah.
But at this point, if I could touch a heart.
Exactly.
If I can make sure that somebody else doesn't give up.
Yep.
If I can make sure another woman doesn't go through or who has gone through the things I've gone through.
Yeah.
Can know that you can get past it and you can reset yourself mentally,
yes, you
physically, and personally, and professionally, and you will be okay.
Right.
That's what's going to make a difference.
Yes. Wow, you are so inspirational. I absolutely love this. What role has your spiritual life played in your healing and triumphs?
Whew. So much. Because at some point, you know, they say you got to set boundaries, right? But then can you really sometimes with some of your family and stuff? And that's hard.
It's very hard. And you know what, Sharon? People, think that setting boundaries is hard, which it is hard. But guess what's even harder?
Keeping it.
Maintaining those boundaries.
Trying to make.
If you thought setting the boundary is hard, actually saying it, to maintain it is even harder, because as soon as you set that boundary, one of the first things people do, boop, they push up against it. They try to go around it. They try to go under it. They try to jump over it. They keep trying to push, so you'll say something different.
Yes.
And what I tell people is, one way you could start with maintaining your healthy boundary is continue to say the original thing that you said.
Correct.
Because when people are pushing against your boundaries, that's because they want you to say something different.
Yes. They waiting for you to slip up because they know the harder they push, the easier the dominoes will fall. They just keep going. And so one thing I kept repeating is my faith. Lord, I trust you. I don't know where you want me. I don't know what you have me to do next, but I'm going to pray through this.
Yes.
My second thing I did is I found an activity for self-care every week. Even though I'm going to therapy, that's nice. Go to the doctor, that's nice. I have been to deep meditation. I have been to a yoga shop called Violets in Bloom in Elkins Park, another Black woman-owned business.
Wow.
I have done an essential oils class with my daughter where we created our own essential oils. I have went to go see a nutritionist, and I also kept repeating to people, I do not get involved with toxic people, places, or things.
Yes.
You are toxic. Have a great day.
Yes.
And that was hard.
Yeah.
And that hurt some feelings.
Yeah.
And that made some people cry.
Yeah.
And I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I had to be around for mine.
Right.
I got to protect my peace. I got to protect my family. In order for me to do that, I had to say no and nourish myself.
And no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. We got to work on that. Because when you say no, it is, you want to say no because I have this, but we do. We have to practice just saying no.
I feel like I'm apologizing for saying no. Come on now.
Exactly.
I've been doing that for so many years.
Yes.
And I'm shrinking to make them comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired.
You're tired. And you know what the root of that is? Tell me if this resonates with you, is people pleasing.
Yes.
You realize, oh my goodness, I have been people pleasing. I have been saying yes to things that I have been wanting to say no to. Or you may realize you didn't sense that the season was up. So I love Ecclesiastes chapter 3, 1-8, y'all. That is one of my favorite passages in the scriptures because it talks about to everything under heaven, there is a season and a purpose. And there's a time for this, and there's a time for that, and there's a time for this and a time for that. If we don't sense the seasons correctly, we will find ourselves with people, places, and things where either the time is up, the time has expired, your assignment is done, and it's now time to move on, but you're now overstaying, and that may emanate from people pleasing.
I truly agree. Because I can go back to Proverbs 14 where it says the foolish woman buildeth up her house.
Yes.
No, the wise woman
builds her house. The foolish one tears it down.
And so I think I used to really hold on to that passage in my 20s, and then I lost my way of people pleasing in my 30s and got to climb the corporate ladder. But when I tell you this wise woman right now,
yes,
I use that house as a metaphor for everything. That house I'm building up is my body.
Oh,
that house I'm building up is my family.
Yes.
That house I'm building up is my house.
Yes.
And I'm going to make sure that I make wise decisions.
Oh, yeah.
That won't impact my house.
Yes.
I'm not taking away from my house.
Yes.
Whichever one I'm choosing that day.
Right.
To please someone else.
Right.
I want to make sure that we maintain, that we budget. And well, I know you have this. How you know I got what? No. This ain't that.
Right.
And no is no.
Yeah.
And then they go, but I need you to do this for me. If I wasn't around, what would you do? That's the question I've been posing back to people. If I wasn't around, what would you do?
And you know what's even more critical? When we keep burning ourselves out, not filling our own cups, and running on empty, it really is likely that you might not be here.
And that's where I had been just a few weeks ago.
So
when I told somebody, I said, I literally almost died. And all I could think about was who would take care of my kids.
Yes.
And my husband and my pugs.
Yes.
And I love my extended family, but I thought, what would happen if I didn't take this time to reset, to do the work?
Yes.
What would happen? Who would step in? And I literally made a list of who would step in. And when I realized everybody on that list, I don't know if they can step in. They would.
They would.
But can they?
Yes.
And why would I add to their stress.
Yes.
And then I realized that list was short. And that list were some elders.
Yes.
And what I want to put that on now.
Right.
So then I said, what's your purpose? What's your purpose, Sharon? Your purpose is to be that good wife, that good mother,
Yes.
that good friend,
Yeah.
that good example,
Yes.
that good woman that's going to be out there making sure that other women can thrive.
Yeah.
That one that's got all the business owners back, so they call me, they text me, this and the other. I'm walking in my purpose.
Yes, you are.
And I'm at the point where I am tired of people telling me I can't, I won't, I shouldn't.
Yes.
When I know I can.
When you know you can't. It's almost like you're not allowing people anymore to put you in a box, to dim your light. And sometimes for us to do that, it takes a transition out of one place to another. And it's a hard transition because you're like, now, how am I going to shine my light brighter here? And I'm no longer in my 24-year corporate job. Because God is, behold, what's the Bible say? I think it's Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not sense it? You don't sense that I'm doing a new thing? Now you have rebranded, building your own business. You don't have to be in any corporate box.
And I turned these weeks and weeks of daily journaling meditation into a book.
Look at this.
Into a journaling book called The Ultimate Resilience Reset.
Woo, yes.
And in that, I'm going to be doing a podcast.
Yes. Go, Sharon.
You're the first to hear that.
Oh my God, I love this. Look at this. So from termination from a 24-year corporate America career to a book, an active journaling book, to a podcast, to a whole new business rebrand, to a booked TEDx talk, being trained by a renowned TEDx speaker. Look at God.
When I tell you God is working his way, God is not through with me yet.
He's not.
God is ordering my steps. I'm like, okay, well, I started this LLC when I did my first books. I ain't really did nothing with it. And I didn't really do any advertising, this is any other, because I was too busy trying to make sure I people pleased all the people I was pleasing. And I just wanted to make sure they were pleased.
Exactly.
Before I could look at me.
Yes.
And so I had to balance all of that out because I couldn't do more. And then my children would be lacking. Then my husband would be lacking. Then my fur babies would be lacking. I couldn't do all that.
Yes.
So I limit everything. I said, well, what do you do when there are no limits put on you? Wow. And so, I mean, this is a new day.
It is a new day.
And I'm working in my purpose. And I am taking this time that I've reset to be more resilient.
Yes.
To be more open.
Yes.
And to do it guilt-free.
Oh, that's good.